Today I'm doing something a little different, and you're not going to know it from the title or the thumbnail, so congratulations that you clicked on the video. I'm going to be reacting to Mad Hatter by Avenged Sevenfold, but also, as I was searching for this song, I'll just actually go ahead and show it right now. I saw that they did this breakdown video right here of Mad Hatter, and I absolutely love these breakdown videos, and I've never reacted to one, so I'm going to actually react to this one because I've watched all the others. So this is the only one of the breakdown videos that I haven't reacted to. So I'm going to react to the song for the first time ever, and I'm also going to react to the breakdown video after that. Links to the original videos will be in the description. Here we go. Get the fuck you bitch ass fucking wired headset. So this one was in Black Ops 3 as well, I think. Or maybe Black Ops 2, I don't remember. Almost sounds like Western-y. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my God. Time out. I gotta look this up like immediately. Right there on the shelf, a jar that holds my brain. Is this from Black Ops 2? Oh, it's from Black Ops 4. Song was written specifically for the game's Zombies mode and serves as the main Easter egg track for the map 9. It was later included on the band's Black Rain EP. Okay, I am an absolute nerd when it comes to Call of Duty Zombies and the storyline. There is an 8-hour, I'm not exactly proud of this, but it just shows how interested I am in things and how obsessive I can be about things that I am interested in. There is an 7 or 8 hour video of the entire Call of Duty's Zombies storyline explained, like in unbelievable detail, and how all the characters know each other, how all the characters were introduced, and how blah, blah, blah. I've watched that video going on 3 times now. I'm in the middle of it on the 3rd time because I'm watching it with my girlfriend. But yeah, I got her wrapped into it. Anyways, just to breeze over all of this, on the shelf, a jar that holds my brain. There's a character in the Call of Duty Zombies storyline called Dr. Maxis who has his brain put in a jar by a Dr. Richtofen, one of the main characters in the Zombies. Richtofen basically kills Maxis, but before as soon as he dies, he puts his brain in a jar to kind of conserve him because he doesn't want him to turn to a zombie, and he's trying to save him. But there's so much besides that. That's what made me think that it was from Black Ops 2, because that's when that happened. Would have been from the map Origins, but this is from Black Ops 4, so I don't think it's related. But here we go. This is interesting. I like that. I like it. Oops. I like this right here. The sun burned out today. It's almost like Alice in Chains-esque, the way that they kind of harmonize that in like a kind of demented level. I think it's super creative and super clever. I like that. Mm. I like that chorus a lot. This is so interesting, knowing the story. I'm trying to focus because I'm also trying to look up other stuff. Oh, wait. Am I thinking of... anyways, this is so interesting. And if you are not into like Call of Duty Zombies, that I totally get it. But there's so many ways that you could, like, gripped by an empty world. That reminds me of Samantha, who is trapped in the pyramid, and she's literally in like in the dark ether, and she's just like trapped in it, gripped by an empty world, suffer the crushing weight, getting corrupted, and now she's in control of the zombies. And I don't think this really ties to this. The fact that it's in Black Ops 4 and on the map 9 specifically is throwing me way off. It's so interesting. So madness will crawl inside. It corrupts you, alter the sober state. They are so... This has to be like correlating with like zombies specifically. They had to have known what they were writing about, and scarred by the acid stain. I'm guessing that that could mean a few things. Let's see. Fools are dancing in the rain. People are going crazy before they turn into zombies. Yeah, there's so many references to like the stuff that goes into zombies. Yeah, I think it's really cool. So another one that really, really blows my mind is right here. It says, "Slowly we're bled." And I want to talk about this. So in a map called... So this is the Easter egg song for the map 9 on Black Ops 4. Well, 9 was released right before Blood of the Dead, which is another map. And in that map was like one of the final like Easter eggs for this timeline, or at least with Treyarch, I think. But anyways, this is a spoiler alert if you haven't seen the zombies Easter egg and you care. But this was actually where Primus Richtofen actually died. And the way that he died was that they slowly bled him out. So yeah, I'll show that right here. So this is like the ending cutscene after you do the Easter egg in another Black Ops 4 map, Blood of the Dead.
Insurance policies are no longer...
So this is Richtofen, and this is a different version of Richtofen from a different timeline.
But I'm not.
So that he's hooked up to this machine that's draining his blood.
You're a doctor. Wait.
You see he's being bled to death. They just leave him there.
I have been witness to miracles and calamities.
So there we go. Not to get into that too much, but yeah. So yeah, it says slowly we're bled, and I think that's super interesting given that 9, the map that this is an Easter egg song in, came before Blood of the Dead, and it's now I'm just kind of making connections, but those connections weren't here yet. I don't know. I'm gonna try not to be too boring with this one because you guys probably aren't into zombies. You're just into Avenged Sevenfold, which is fine, but I'm just trying to get behind the mindset. That bell. Oh my god. I like that. I'm interested to see in their breakdown video what they added in like the background that I didn't even catch or didn't pick up on, or what they're going to talk about. I'm so excited. I'm just going to get right into that because I would look up the meaning for the song and be like, oh, I wonder what this means. Well, I'm just going to watch them break it down.
The whole concept of the song was written for zombies, but we really wanted to do something that wasn't what we'd already done. And this time we wanted to kind of indulge a little bit on a darker, more cerebral, alternative vibe. You know, we had these 2 chords that we were going off of, and we're kind of just twisting drop D in a way. If you change the chords too much, it takes away the toughness. So it was cool you came up with that little...
Yeah, I kind of took a page out of Jimmy's book. He always loved those wheedlies, with the Afterlife riff that he wrote. He's always wheedly that shit. So it sounded like a blip in time for the stuff that we've already done, but it was still fresh because it's not something that is our natural inclination. Plus, it toughened the song up, I felt, too. Instead of like old school bluesy, it was now kind of this modern big metal thing underneath.
We wanted to do something dark at the beginning with acoustic guitars or clean guitars. What we ended up with was actually a play on the vocal melody. And the vocal melody didn't come till later, so this intro actually came after the fact. We didn't think there should be too many parts. So let's break down this intro. It's kind of just you playing the vocal melody over some ominous guitars and some noises.
I feel like this is not very loud.
Yeah, so these weren't, right? It's one guitar, yeah, these weren't overdubbed. Get the room mic, and here's some ambience. Really cool too.
Let's hear the guitar riff, because we had this cool phaser on the guitar that kind of makes the whole thing feel warped, which is very cool.
Yeah.
A little phaser, but done with a whammy or expression pedal.
Is that me? I did them.
Yeah, you're running those. Yeah.
Now this verse comes back and we nail it again. And then for Brooks, we basically told him just to run circles around this beat, because you can play a riff like this over and over and it can get really stale fast.
Yeah.
I mean, let's bring up these drums. And again, this is one-day setup, knocked it out. We were going for that big Led Zeppelin type of feel. A much different drum tone than we were looking for from the stage.
Yeah.
This is just all about groove.
Yes, dude, I caught that fill in there from the beginning. I love that fill. The fact it was almost like Metallica. Metallica's very famous for, so usually you hit, I play music, but I can't count music. So I know like 4/4 time, which is like the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that's like the most basic time signature there is. So usually you hit a cymbal on the 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or it's on the 1, I'm sorry. The 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But usually I think what Metallica is famous for doing is not hitting the cymbal on 1 and then leaving a little bit of a delay and then hitting the cymbal on 2 at the same time you hit the snare. So it's doot, pat, doot, pat, doot. So So it's like a little bit of a delay and kind of like, oh, I was expecting more. And then as soon as you have that thought in your head, it's like comes out of nowhere. So it's kind of like that fill right there. I absolutely love it.
One day set up, knocked it out. We were going for that big Led Zeppelin type of feel. A much different drum tone than we were looking for from the stage.
Yeah.
This is just all about groove.
I love it.
Just all about playing over the beat and just kind of twisting the song up in his own way.
Totally.
This is a great groove on this. He just keeps the beat moving forward with the ride and hi-hat.
Yeah, da-da-dan, da-da-dan, da-da-dan. It's just, no.
So yeah, Brooks was just playing circles around this thing. So
Brooks
here we
is an
got
animal.
This was actually added later. We had the chorus already. You had written the pre-chorus and the chorus, but we added these kind of sinister, no pun intended, guitars that really made the chorus darker.
Quintessential breezy right there.
And that note hanging. So, and then did you want to play those guitars over the chorus?
Oh yeah. So here's the fuzzy dual on that. So the original idea that you had was to do duels in there, but then we just did this lead line. It was super powerful.
It was actually the duels only sounded good on like the last note.
Right.
So we added the duels in at the end, and the note by itself was more powerful. So here's the duels.
Yeah, I really like this. I really, really like this so far. I love the song. I think I'm going to listen to it. I think it's definitely going on a playlist. I love these breakdown videos because it just shows you what you wouldn't, their thought process behind it. And it's so cool.
To ring out and get that overtone.
Yeah, just adds a little bit of tension, which is cool as that kind of walks down. On the chorus is one thing we thought was very 90s was to kind of sing to the CB radio.
Yeah.
You know, sort of thing. So these harmonies.
The sun came out today.
See, too.
Yeah, it's 2 different things. But that must not have been mixing them.
Scarred by the acid stain.
I love the harmony.
So we sing through the CB radio.
Such a
type
crazy
contraption that they
idea.
had, and then also a regular vocal mics. We had a clean take of that so Andy could mix in there whatever his little heart desired. Another thing I want to say about the vocals, you know, we added doubles on every second line, which we can kind of check that out.
Only blackness.
Only blackness with
Only blackness. Only blackness.
Interesting.
reach in there. So as we move on to the bridge, I mean, this is just like I remember initially the drums played through, and then we did the ending and we loved how it had a break, so then we made the break.
Yeah.
And then we had Brooke throwing the weird timing on the drums, like a stutter. I remember at the time I was really excited about it because of how strange it was.
Yeah.
Now I'm used to it, so I'm like,
Yeah.
And probably to a first time listener, they're like, what the hell are you guys, what the hell's going
People
on?
have said it's such a weird bridge, a lot to take in, and this to us is like
very simple.
what a simple song.
Yeah.
What?
Gorgeous.
So where the snare comes in late, right? So it's,
Yeah.
so right here you kind of figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And so let's go to these vocals first.
Yeah, so here's
Weird.
the untreated. And these come in. So this is what they sound like after you
A little bit of reverb.
Yeah.
I love how this kind of walks down. That was a weird one because we kept thinking the walk down.
Was that all Matt? I want them to. I hope they show it. I hope they isolate those vocals because that was really weird.
It was going to work the whole time and it didn't.
Yeah, we just liked the way it sounded. I mean, the walk down worked technically, but it just felt so like static. Like it was just okay. Of course,
had
we're
a lot
gonna
more
follow it
tension.
down. Yeah. So you leave that. Yeah. Yeah. So it does it different times.
So I love the way I can see Matt, or just any musicians in general. I love that, like when they, like right here, when Matt does that, he goes like, it's just representing what, I can't explain it, but I do this thing where I hear like a chord or a chord progression, and I like, my eyebrows will go up, or like I'll, scrunch my face up, and it's like I make a certain facial expression because I tie that chord to an emotion, or like to the way he kind of like, he's kind of like offering. I love it.
So you leave that.
See, look at the way he kind of like, you can't explain it. It's that this is why I love music, because it's literally a language that you can't explain. It's like, I can't tell you why that chord makes me want to go like this, but it's so cool. That's why I love watching. That's why I love music. It's why I love breaking down these videos, or watching these breakdown videos. I mean,
yeah. So it does it different times in the guitar. Well,
Let's go to the solo, because the solo is probably the most unique solo that I've ever heard you do. And you were throwing on different songs and listening for inspiration, and something just hit you. And you picked up a guitar in like a completely different way, fingers only, and you made something that part of it sounds like a saxophone.
Yeah.
People have said you guys use a saxophone in that song. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things where the middle of this song has this bridge that takes you to left field. Then it's got a drum part that throws you off. And then not only that, you can't even feel the...
Sin the sax player comes
Yeah,
in.
you can't even feel the normalcy of a normal guitar solo. Then the
Yeah.
guitar starts doing this thing. But once you get into it, it's just nice to hear something different
Yeah.
and interesting. You want to play the solo it up.
Yeah, it's just wiggling little fingers, and I got the whammy bar in my pinky, and I'm just pulling it and fucking doing
what
weird
a
shit.
psycho.
It's the sax, dude. Then the shredder comes in, right?
Yeah.
And this is like a great example of, you don't overthink this stuff. You don't write it out before.
Oh, that ride
You
pattern.
let Brooks do what he's going to do. You get some great fills, and then you go in there and you work off him. You want to write a great song, but then when you get in the studio, see what happens.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get cool moments.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we do so much better than we used to.
Brooks is
Before,
an
with
animal.
every single thing was planned out, and now you have moments like that where that's just like jamming. That's like, it's just music at its most primal form.
Yeah.
Just like, what are you doing? I'm playing off that,
Right.
and you just go with it.
Yeah. All right, and then we got the final chorus guy.
Defeating all the voices in my head.
And one thing I like about Joe is, he'll let the microphone overdrive. He'll let it start
Yeah.
crackling up, and I think that's fun.
Yeah, it's got kind of that old school compression like Beach Boys and stuff used to have, and certainly like some 90s bands and stuff where it was just like natural distortion happening on top of it, but not too affected. But you weren't like, oh, we got to bring that back. It's got to be so shimmery and clean and perfect and all that kind of shit. Just lets it fucking go in and out of madness.
And the last trick is the bass note at the end,
Yeah.
which is kind of like more Beatles trick, right?
Yeah.
Or a Paul McCartney trick.
I love that ride.
It's pedaled the whole time.
And then he comes in.
It stays on that note, so they go up. Then he hits it. So it's like pure tension the whole time, and then he resolves.
And it's interesting because the first time we don't do that at all.
Yeah.
The first time it's,
So I disagree. I don't think it was. I think it's the other way around. It sounded like he didn't resolve at the end. I guess that makes sense. Like the intro kind of was like a westerny, acousticy, kind of eerie guitar or intro or whatever. And at the end, like he kind of brings it back, because like the whole song in between the end and the intro is the tension that he's referring to. But then at the end, it kind of, I feel like by the end, you already forgot about the intro. And then now you're just considering this to be the song. So then the intro kind of seems like the eeriness and the unsettlingness. And then to end on what the intro was, but just with one note, that's where it seems unresolved. And by unresolved, I mean like kind of wait, you just left me hanging. Where was that going to go after that? Where could that have gone after that?
Resolves.
and then he comes in.
This doesn't feel like tension to
That
me.
notes they go up.
Seems like groovy.
Then he hits it. So it's like pure tension the whole time, and then he resolves.
And it's interesting because the first time we don't do that at all.
Yeah.
The first time it's what you'd expect the bass to do. So I think that's like pretty much it, right? And you know what's funny? The whole song was based off of these accent guitars you had. Ding, 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 ding. Remember when we first started writing and then it kind of got pushed to the end?
Yeah.
You want to play those guitars real quick? Just those tension ones?
Yeah, that is.
So how many tracks of guitars is that? 6?
That's
6 tracks for
unbelievable.
Cool. All it takes is 6 tracks to get it.
So that's cool. That's a lot of insight into how that song's broken down.
6 layers of guitars. That is unbelievable. You wouldn't even know. You would think it, like, if they play it live, you would think nothing of it. That is so crazy.
So it's definitely a simple song on the surface, but when you kind of get under a couple layers, there's a lot of shit. So
Absolutely.
Mad Hatter.
Dude, I want to be able to do stuff like that. That's why I have this. That's why I have this. That's why I have, well, I mean, this goes with this. I want to be able to do it. I tried making something I think yesterday, actually. I tried making like a song. I found a free music software. Had no idea how to do anything on it, and I came up with something. I wonder if I can show it. So yeah, I literally just downloaded a free music making software. I don't even know what it would be called. And I came up with that in like an hour. I literally no thought process to that. I just started hitting random buttons, and I found the strings option. I'm like, okay, strings. And I just start hitting this thing in a weird pattern. And I came up with that. So I just made that. And then I put like a trappy kind of drum beat behind it. And I'm like, okay. And I put some bass behind it. I had no intention with that, but I want to see where I can take that. But anyways, thought I'd share that just because. I love watching these breakdown videos because of that. I love being able to, I just love music. That's I could sit here and talk for 2 hours or longer about just music in general, but I'll be here way too long. But anyways, thanks for watching. Links to the original video will be in the description. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.